Level 1. The Fisherman. You wake up before the sun, but at least today you got up before anyone threw cold water on you. Out here, that counts as a good morning. You step out of your corrugated tin shack in a small coastal village in Puntland. The heat is already suffocating. You used to be a fisherman. Your father was a fisherman, but massive foreign trawlers came and scraped the ocean floor clean, taking everything and leaving your nets empty. Now, your family is starving. You are desperate. A man in a clean shirt drives up in a Toyota Hilux and offers you a choice: starve or take back what the ocean owes you. You don't grab a fishing net, you grab a rusty AK-47. Right now, you are nobody. To the senior members, you are invisible, just free labor. Your job is to sit in the blistering sun on the beach, chewing bitter cat leaves to numb the hunger and keep yourself awake. You get no respect from anyone. You are a spotter. You watch the horizon. You wait for the massive, slow-moving cargo ships drifting too close to the coastline. The waiting is the worst part. You don't make any money yet. In fact, you are taking all the risk for none of the reward. If the local authorities raid the beach, you're the one they throw in the car while the bosses walk out the back. But you prove day after day that you won't fold. Someday, they'll put you on a boat. Someday, you'll matter. Eventually, that day comes. Level 2. The Skiff Driver. You're trusted now. You aren't sitting on the beach anymore. You are the engine of the operation. You don't have the grand, hand-drawn charts of a historical sailing master. You have a cheap compass, a handheld GPS, and a sputtering 40-horsepower outboard motor strapped to a tiny, battered fiberglass skiff. Your job is to push this tiny boat across miles of open, violent ocean to intercept a metal giant moving at 15 knots. The sea changes, the wind shifts, the weather lies. You have learned to read what's actually in front of you: the color of the water, the shape of the clouds. When the mothership, a hijacked fishing dhow, drops you and your assault team into the water, you are the one who has to maneuver through the terrifying wake of a massive container ship. The waves are taller than your boat. One mistake, one stalled engine, and the massive steel hull of the cargo ship will crush you into the ocean. You don't fight, you drive. You call out adjustments to the crew, shifting the weight to keep the boat from flipping. You put the boarding team exactly where they need to be. If you fail, the skiff falls apart and everyone dies. Today, it's your turn to climb. Level 3. The Border. You are the tip of the spear, taking the place of honor and the place of greatest danger. The skiff slams against the side of a massive oil tanker. The metal hull rises 40 feet straight up into the sky, a sheer iron cliff. Your heart jumps, but you don't show fear. You hook a makeshift aluminum ladder, or sometimes just a grappling hook tied to a knotted rope, onto the railing far above. You don't think about the drop. You don't think about the churning propellers below that will swallow you whole if you slip. You sling your assault rifle over your back and you climb. The crew of the cargo ship might be spraying high-pressure fire hoses at you. They might be shooting flares or throwing heavy metal objects down at your head. You climb anyway. You are a predator, boarding a ship of terrified merchants. When you finally swing your leg over the rail and rack the bolt of your rifle, the ship is yours. You fire a warning shot into the air. The crew panics. They scramble and lock themselves in the citadel, the ship's reinforced safe room. But that's fine. You have time. You control the vessel now. You earned this spot, and you bled for it. But capturing the ship was the easy part. Level 4. The Guard. The ship has been captured, hijacked, and anchored a few miles off the coast of Harard Hair. Now comes the hardest part. Weeks turn into months. You are the Guard. You live on the hijacked ship with the captured crew. You are surrounded by millions of dollars of stolen oil or cargo, but you are still eating salted rice and drinking stale, warm water. The heat is unbearable. The ship smells of sweat, diesel fuel, and fear. Your job is to make sure the hostages stay alive, because hungry pirates are dangerous pirates, but dead hostages mean no ransom. You pace the deck, assault rifle slung over your shoulder. You enforce the rules and settle disputes before they turn into knife fights among your own crew. The hostages look at you with absolute terror, but the truth is, you are just as trapped as they are. You sleep with one eye open. You chew cut constantly just to stay alert. You watch the horizon, not for merchants, but for the gray hulls of international Navy warships. If the Navy SEALs or commandos decide to raid the ship in the dead of night, you are the one who will catch the bullets. You are the insulation, the one taking the ultimate physical risk, while the bosses stay safe on land. Some pirates fight with guns, others fight with words. Level 5. The Negotiator. You don't hold a gun. You hold a satellite phone. You stand between two worlds. You are educated. You speak perfect English. Maybe you even spent time studying in London or Nairobi before returning to the Horn of Africa. You are the voice of the syndicate. While the guards suffer on the hot, rotting deck of the captured ship, you sit in a shaded, air-conditioned room on the mainland. You call the shipping company's corporate headquarters in Europe or Asia. They have highly paid crisis negotiators. They have elite insurance brokers. But you have the leverage. They offer $1 million. You laugh. You hang up the phone and demand $10 million. You are playing a high-stakes psychological game. You tell them the guards are getting restless, that you can't guarantee the safety of the crew if the money doesn't arrive by Friday. It's a lie, of course. You need the crew alive, but you have to sound utterly ruthless. You are the diplomat, carrying messages and negotiating solutions before bullets start flying. When the deal is finally struck for $4 million after 3 months of agonizing corporate back and forth, you get a massive percentage just for talking. You are a ghost, moving millions with your voice, but someone still has to run the machine. Level 6. The Operations Chief. The time for talking is over. You are the commander on the ground, the quartermaster of the operation. You handle the day-to-day, the arguments, the discipline, the supplies. When the ransom drop finally happens, you are the one standing on the deck of the hijacked ship, looking up at the sky. A small single-engine plane circles overhead. It drops a waterproof canister attached to a bright parachute. It hits the water with a splash. For a moment, every man on deck stops breathing. Because inside that floating canister is more money than your entire village has seen in 100 years. Your skiffs race out to recover it. They bring it aboard and you open it. Inside are stacks of crisp, unsequential $100 bills. Millions of dollars in cash. You are the one who verifies the count. You manage the distribution. You ensure the guards get their meager cut, the skiff drivers get theirs, and the local militias are paid off so they don't attack your crew on the way back to the beach. You are responsible for ensuring silence is maintained and bribes are distributed. Out here, trust is the only thing keeping everyone from turning on each other. You are wealthy now, but you know that your money makes you a target. You trust no one, because the real money isn't on the ocean. Level 7. The Hawaladar, the money launderer. You are the accountant, the magician who makes the money dance. You don't deal with the blood or the ocean, it's all just numbers to you. The operations chief brings you millions of dollars in physical cash. Your job is to clean it. You can't just walk into a bank in Mogadishu or Dubai with duffel bags of ransom money. Any massive deposit gets flagged. Instead, you use the ancient Hawala system, an informal network of honor-based money transfers. You hand the cash to a broker in Somalia, and a connected broker in Dubai releases clean funds into a legitimate business account. You set up shell corporations. You buy real estate in Kenya, luxury cars, and import-export businesses. You mix the pirate ransom with legitimate revenue from trucking and construction. You spin the money so fast through so many accounts that it becomes a ghost. You live a life you've only seen in movies, but you are a prisoner of your own making. You are the only one who connects the warlords to their money, making you the biggest liability of all. You check your car for a tracker or a bomb every morning. The paranoia is non-stop. And above everyone else, sits the man who started it all. Level 8. The Syndicate Boss. You have never touched a grappling hook. You don't go to sea. You sit at the head of the table. You live in a walled compound in Dubai or Mombasa with high walls and security cameras. You drive a foreign luxury car and wear suits that cost more than your first boat. You are the kingpin. Piracy is a business, and you are the ultimate venture capitalist. When a crew wants to go out on a hijacking, they need money for fuel, food, skiffs, weapons, and cot. You provide the funding, you take on the financial risk, and in return, you take the lion's share, up to 50% or 70% of the multi-million-dollar ransom. You are the CEO of a multi-million-dollar corporation that deals in secrets, violence, and political influence. You mingle with corrupt politicians and regional warlords, paying bribes to keep the authorities looking the other way. You have everything: money, power, respect, but you have no peace. International intelligence agencies are hunting you. Drones watch your compound from the sky, treating the world like a video game. You cannot walk to the park. You cannot go to the grocery store. You are a prisoner in your own kingdom. There is no retirement plan. You don't get to quit. You will stay on this throne until the very end of your life, whether that end comes in a hospital bed, a supermax prison, or from a rival who decides it's his turn to rule. You chose this life. Or rather, this was the life that chose you. And once you're sitting on the throne of a pirate empire, there is only one way to leave it.